What's up? Today we're going to talk about some Joe Johnson personal boards. So this board right here, my homie Chris picked this up on eBay. When he got it on eBay, it was full grip on top, and there were stickers covering all of this shit. So none of this was exposed. I think there was a giant Limpy sticker on it and some other stickers, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But at any rate, it was covered in stickers, so no one really knew what it was. He bought it off eBay for cheap. He got it home. He removed all the stickers. Then he saw this Vision screen on here, and he sent me a photo of it and asked me what I thought about it. And it was super obvious to me that it was a team board from Vision, and that it was probably some sort of prototype that a pro skated, or at least someone on the Vision team. So I was like, dude, you got to hook me up with that. And he did. Super rad dude. Knows I love personal boards and history. So he hooked me up with that. And then I posted it on a group on Facebook, and Marty Jimenez replied to the post and said, that looks like a Joe Johnson personal shape, like a team shape from back in the day that he would have skated. So that got me onto this Joe Johnson thing. So then I went back to the seller where he got it from. I asked him who he got it from, seller name. I found them on eBay, and I noticed they were from Colorado. So I was like, okay, that's a good sign because Joe's from Colorado. And then I hit them up and asked them if they had any other boards. And they were like, yeah, as a matter of fact, I've got 4 more boards that I got with that one. 2 Wigglies and 2 Visions. And I asked them where they found them, and they said they found them at a Habitat for Humanity free store. So I thought that was real interesting. They found them super cheap. So then I noticed right away from the photos that they showed me that they had the Right Life sticker on them. So that was another clue, because that was the shop that Joe skated for back then. Then I got them. They say Team Johnson down here. There's some riser stain there. It's kind of hard to make out. The other one says it too. Team Johnson. And they're also a team shape. As you can see, this has got like a square nose, and it's kind of actually a pretty big nose for 1986. I mean, that's a pretty giant nose for 86. Very progressive shape for 86. The production model actually is a little different shape, but it's got a round nose and a way shorter nose, but the nose is round instead of square like this. This one right here, the nose is completely gone, probably from a huge vert bail, and it exploded or something. But that's a sick pair of fucking boards, dude. You know those were consecutively skated. Fucking awesome. So anyway, after all that, I was convinced they were Joe's for sure. So I knew they were Joe's, but I never had confirmation. Then last year, my buddy Kevin from Look Back Library said he was going to visit Joe at the shop he works for. And I asked him if he would show him these photos and see if Joe would be able to confirm they were his, you know. I mean, I knew they were, but I wanted like that confirmation. And I figured it'd be something cool for Kevin to talk to Joe about. So Joe showed him the photos, or Kevin showed Joe the photos, and sure enough, Joe confirmed they were his. So what makes the story complete here is that the story that Joe told Kevin was that some neighborhood kids asked his old man if he had any old skateboards because they knew that his son was an ex-pro skateboarder, and his dad said sure and gave him this stack of old boards. Well, evidently these kids, either they took them straight to the Habitat for Humanity free store and just gave them away because they didn't like them because they were old school, or maybe their parents did, but somebody took them to Habitat for Humanity. So they literally all ended up there together, and they all got bought together. So it's fucking awesome, and now I have them. And that really stokes me out because these boards came from a fucking thrift store, dude. It's fucking crazy. So rad. The other Wiggly that, I don't know if I showed you the Wiggly. Did I show you the Wiggly? I forget, but I'm going to show you again. Wiggly, if I hadn't, but I think I haven't. Wiggly board This is a epoxy. It's got a Vision sticker, a soy sticker, and a tracker sticker. So there was this board, and then there was a Tony Magnuson Wiggly too, an early one. I think those were like 83 or something, maybe 84. But these are probably boards that Joe skated, you know, before he hooked up with Vision, I would imagine. But pretty awesome. And then this one, talk about it one more time. I don't think I discussed it, but I think this is from 1985, and the reason I think that is because it's got the double wheel wells there. And if it was 86, it probably would just have front wells. And I have seen some old footage of Joe, not skating this board, but other boards on this shape with the Vision repeat on there. Some old bowl footage. At any rate, that's the story, dudes.